Hi everyone, happy holidays. So in this video we're going to be creating 3 separate looks that you can wear maybe for New Year's Eve or for any exciting events coming up in the New Year's for you. The first look will be a low braided fan bun. The second look will be a rolled up pretzel flower bun. And the third look is a set of double peony buns. So to begin the first look, I'm starting with my hair pre-curled, and I'm going to section out a little piece of hair from the crown of my head, and I'm just going to pin this up. Now it's very important that you leave enough hair on the bottom to create 2 nice thick braids, but you also want to make sure that you have enough hair on top that later on when you tease it, you can create a nice little poof. So divide your hair straight down the middle and create a braid on each side of your head. Now I'm starting with the top little corner of the section. I'm sectioning it out and I'm going to divide it into 3 equal pieces. And what I'm going to form is actually a Dutch lace braid. So you have 3 pieces, top, middle, bottom. Top goes under the middle, and then the bottom goes under the middle. The top goes under the middle again, and the bottom goes under the middle. Now this time when the top goes under the middle, you grab some hair from your scalp and combine it with that section, and both go under the middle, and then the bottom goes under the middle without adding hair. Top goes under middle, add hair, bottom goes under middle without adding hair. Top goes under middle, add hair, bottom goes under without adding hair. Now if you want, you can create a Dutch braid, a French braid, whatever braid you're comfortable with, and just make sure it sits low on this section of your hair, as close to the hairline as possible. And I'm going to fast forward and do the other side of my head off camera just in the exact same way. So once you do reach the end of the braid, secure it with an elastic, and then we can move on. So here are the 2 side braids completed. Now I'm just going to let down the pins from the top and allow the hair from the middle to cascade down, and I'm going to tease it lightly and just pull everything tightly together into a low ponytail. So the 2 side braids add a nice accent to this look, but they're totally optional, and the same goes for the teasing of your hair. So if you don't want to tease your hair, you don't want to create the braids, just skip right ahead to this point. Now just pick out a tiny piece of hair, wrap it around the elastic, and pin it in place. This just perfects the look so later on you can't see the elastic at all. So then we're going to go ahead and divide the ponytail into 2 equal sections, and then take each half and create a regular 3-strand braid. Now this is just the regular braid where you take the outer pieces and rotate them over the middle, and then once you are happy with the length of the braid, just secure the ends with a small elastic. And you can always change this braid up to your liking. You can maybe do a fishtail braid or an alternative braid or even a rope braid. They would all look really great for this look, so definitely change it to your own preference. Now here are the 2 braids completed. What I'm going to do is wrap it around 2 of my fingers upwards. So as you can tell, I'm not going to twist it at all. Make sure it lays flat and wrap it around 2 of my fingers and make sure the ends sit underneath everything so it's easier to hide it. Now holding that in place with one hand, I'm going to grab a couple of bobby pins and secure it from inside so you can't see the bobby pins. And you want to make sure you flatten this look because otherwise it'll be big and poofy and not as attractive as if you pushed it flat and then pin everything in place securely. So what I find to be the most secure is if I use lots of bobby pins and allow the bobby pins to overlap each other underneath the hair. So create X formations, V formations, whatever works best for you, and just make sure it feels secure on your head. Especially if you're going out for New Year's Eve or you're going out on a date, you want this to stay for the duration of your plan. So just take your time right now and make sure everything feels perfectly secure, and then we can move on to creating the second loop. So for the right side, we're doing the exact same thing, wrapping the braid around 2 fingers, letting the ends sit underneath, and pinning everything in place with a couple of bobby pins. So this look is now complete. So here is the braided fan bun. It's very elegant and classy, and what I like most is that looking straight at it, you can't really tell how it's thrown together. So now moving on to look number 2, we're going to pull all of our hair into a low side ponytail. And you can have this ponytail straight on if you want. I just like the look of an asymmetric kind of off to the side bun. So just secure this with an elastic, and I'm using a very tiny but strong elastic. You can actually just use any regular ponytail holder because it's not going to show. So adjust it on top to your liking and make sure your side profile looks really nice. So we're going to take the ponytail and divide it into 2 equal pieces. And now we want to create a rope braid. If you've never done a rope braid before, it's very simple. Just make sure you hold everything tight and secure. So roll both sections to the left and then wrap the left piece over the right. So again, twist the 2 sections to the left and then wrap the left piece over the right. It's very important that you hold this tight. So roll both to the left and wrap the left over the right, roll both to the left and wrap the left over the right. and continue this process down the entire length of your hair until you reach the end and secure it with a small elastic. So unless you have super thin hair, we actually don't want to loosen this braid at all. It's actually the really tight twisty effect that gives this bun its more pretzel-like look. So to form the actual bun, you want to take the braid and wrap it around the base of the ponytail. And when you reach the end, just pop that underneath the bun and then hold it securely with one hand while you pin it in place with the other and just secure it from all sorts of directions, from the top, the bottom, the left, the right, until it feels secure on your head. Now with just about 3 bobby pins, this felt pretty secure on my head. But again, if you are going dancing, clubbing, partying, you definitely want to throw a couple of extra ones in there just to be safe. And once this look is in place, it's usually pretty secure because of that twisty technique. So here again is the twisted pretzel flower bun, and it's possibly my favorite of the 3 because it's so simple and chic. So to create the third look, we're going to start by sectioning our hair from temple to temple. Go ahead and twist this section up, and then tie it out of the way for the time being. For the bottom half of our hair, divide it straight down the middle into 2, and then create a fishtail braid as I showed earlier for the earlier tutorial. So basically what you want to do is take some hair from the right half and switch it over to the left, grab some hair from the left half and switch it over to the right, grab some hair from the right and pull it to the left, grab some hair from the left half and pull it to the right, and continue this down the length of your hair. I know this isn't the best angle, I'm actually just going to switch it up really quickly, so hopefully you guys will be able to see it better. But you want to do this down the length of your hair, and I'm actually taking pretty large sections. So here you can see I'm grabbing a little bit of hair from the right half and pulling it to the left, grabbing a little bit of hair from the left half and pulling it to the right, grabbing some hair from the right, pulling it to the left, and grabbing some hair from the left and pulling it to the right. So this is just a fishtail braid, but I'm taking very large sections, so I go through it very quickly, and I don't really want it to be too intricate for this look. It's up to you guys. You can make it tighter or looser depending on your preference. So once I reach the ends, I'm going to secure it with a tiny elastic, and as you guys can hopefully tell in this clip, I actually folded the ends against itself, so I get a rounded tip. It's just easier to deal with later on. So now we can let down the top half of our hair, and the next step is totally optional. I'm just doing it to add a little bit of extra texture to my hair, and what I'm doing here is actually just a regular French braid. So it's like a regular braid, except every single time the outer sections go over the middle, you're also grabbing hair from the scalp, combining it with that section, and rotating both over the middle. So I'm just going to fast forward through this because I've shown it so many times in tutorials already. But once you are done incorporating all the hair from this section, you want to tie it securely with a small elastic. So now, just like we did for the bottom, you want to take all the hair in this section and create a fishtail braid. So divide it into 2. Take a little piece from the right half and swing it over to the left. Take a little bit of hair from the left half and switch it over to the right. Grab a little bit of hair from the right half, switch it to the left, and grab a little bit of hair from the left half and switch it to the right. So do the same thing down the length of your hair until you reach the end and secure the ends with a tiny elastic. So I'm just going to fast forward through this because it's the exact same thing that I showed for the bottom, and we're just doing the exact same thing down the length of our hair until we reach the ends, and here are the 2 braids completed. I'm going to loosen the braids by just gently tugging on it from both directions, and then once we're happy with that, what I'm actually going to do is grab the bottom braid from the base, and I'm going to tie it with another elastic. And the reason that I'm doing this now and I didn't do this earlier is because if we braid it before we tie it, it actually gives the base of the braid a little bit more texture, and that's what I always like. Now I'm just going to loosen the bottom braid just like I did for the top. And you don't want to overdo this step. You want it to retain its shape and texture. You just want it to be a bit looser so we get a larger bun. And now to create the bun. So you want to take the braid, wrap it around its base, take the ends of the braid underneath the loop and pull it through the loop. So basically we're creating a knot. And then once you're done with this, take the ends of the braid, wrap it underneath everything, and then pin it in place with a couple of bobby pins. So this is the bun on the top completed. Don't worry if you didn't catch that. I'm actually going to be repeating it 2 more times for the bottom. So just take the time to pin the top section securely. And then for the bottom, you just take the braid, wrap it around its base, take the ends underneath the loop, and then pull it right through the loop. So that is the knot. So again, you take the braid, wrap it around its base, and pull the ends through the knot that we just created. and then you wrap it around itself again until the ends can go right underneath the entire bun. If your hair is longer, you can maybe do this twice or just wrap it around the bun twice. And then just take everything and pin it securely in place, and this is look number 3 completed. So here are the double peony buns, adjusted a tiny little bit. I just loosened the look and just made sure everything looked better from the back. So here again is a recap of all 3 looks that we created in this video. There's the braided fan bun, there's the pretzel bun, and then there are the double peony buns. So thank you guys so much for watching and for all your continuous support throughout the past year. I'm preparing a giveaway for you guys, so please stay tuned for that. But other than that, please follow, subscribe, comment, like, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for everything, guys. Bye!